Okay, two quick questions. First, how many of you have not yet seen Everything Everywhere All at Once? Oh, you are in for a treat. Okay, a quick tip, just because last night was the same thing, and there was, okay, just roll with it. It'll make sense eventually, even if eventually is upstairs after we discuss it. Second, how many of you have seen The Matrix? Okay, this is intended to be, this was the inspiration for it, this is a love letter to The Matrix. And so if you kind of understand that mindset, that might help in kind of grasping some of what's going on. But and I would say focus on the relationships. Mother, daughter, husband, wife, mother and elderly father. It's really an amazing film. Nominated for 11 Academy Awards and swept the Spirit Awards yesterday and the SAG Awards, and I think most of you will agree that it's all well deserved. So enjoy, and then afterwards we'll have time for a quick bio break, and we'll meet up at the Chancery. You can order food and drinks and all that good stuff. You might need a drink after this. Enjoy.
It helps her fight. It gives her power. Sorry, baby. Johnny!
I get it. So,
what, the meaning of life?
The meaning of the movie. So what we have there, and did anybody notice the Matrix type moments there? This idea of being able to download skills from another dimension, essentially. There's also, when you saw Evelyn kind of crouching down and scooting between cubicles, that's a direct playback to The Matrix. You saw the bullets are flying at her and she stops them, turns them into googly eyes, and I forgot to bring mine tonight. I actually got a package of googly eyes now, and I put them in different places. So that's the other interesting thing. Anybody notice the circles?
Yeah.
So the whole thing opens with a circular mirror. And we go through that mirror just like Alice through the looking glass. Yeah, Stephanie Hsu, amazing actress, comes from the improv world and does an amazing job. Now, here's something interesting about, Jamie Lee Curtis is sitting there drawing the circle on the receipt. Now, again, a circular motif and everything. So just before the movie, I came up here. Right over there, I ordered an everything bagel, and if you get their business card, you'll notice their business card has a circle drawn on it. I thought this is amazing that they've really tied everything in there. So the circle is both ends of the spectrum here. On the one hand, you have the bagel representing nihilism. It is just nothing matters. Give us that bagel. Nothing matters. The googly eyes. Hey, nothing may matter, but let's have some kindness.
And why do you guys
It's just so some would say that the bagel is the circle with nothing in the center, whereas the googly eyes, there's at least an eye in the center. So it's.
I want to hold on to the circle for a second.
Okay.
So when I do, hi, I'm Rabbi Michael. I'm proud of you, or should be. When I do wedding counseling, and I go over the different symbols in Judaism, when a groom gives the ring to the bride, she can't have any jewels in it. It has to be, an engagement ring is fine, but for the wedding ring, it has to be a simple gold band without any interruption. And one of the modern explanations I give is because to represent their love, which is supposed to be unending, without any interruption, without any extra adornment. And I think after you get through all the details that are very mind-bending and cool and confusing, what this is really about, in my mind, is a love between, I love the daughter, but it's really between the husband and the wife.
Yes.
It's an unending, pure love that she just needs to get there again and get all the details.
She
out of
actually
the
says
way.
that. How do we get back? Yeah. How do we get back there?
So,
Yes.
Jewish wedding rings, just want to throw it out there.
Also, if you get a chance, check out some of the speeches from the Daniels, the two directors, Daniel Scheinert, Daniel Kwan. They will tell you that this movie also comes out of the fact that they have failed in so many things previously. That theme, that idea of you try this, it doesn't work out, and so it comes in handy somewhere else or whatever. This was not something that they just created out of thin air. It really comes out of their life. They came this close to quitting the movie business altogether, as Ke Kwan had done. The actor playing Wayman got his start as a child actor in Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom and
What was it,
Goonies,
Round Pound
and
or
then
something?
could not get another role. And for decades was outside, was basically doing behind the scenes camera work, and then saw Crazy Rich Asians and thought, okay, maybe now. And this was the first script that his agent got him. And it's been just an incredible journey ever since then.
Yeah. One of the things I noticed that watching it the second time I saw when it first came out.
Speak up.
One of the things I noticed in the second time watching it was that distractions were really what she was fighting, and I like how the actual headpiece, which was like to symbolize a phone and the connection to these alternate universes, was actually how we become distracted instead of being present with the people that we care about, which I thought was so, it just came out and I was just like sitting there, I was like, oh my goodness, this is it. Like she's when she says, I'm here with you, I could be anywhere, and that's essentially what we do these days, Somebody pulls out their phone and they can be anywhere.
I'm sorry, what were you saying? I wasn't.
What?
And I thought you were going to be recording.
And that's the whole thing. Like, how were they mapping? And they were pulling out a phone, and they was getting distracted. It was actually one point where she was with her kung fu instructor, and they said, "Don't get distracted." And I was like, "That's what it's about. It's becoming distracted." The mother was distracted, and that was really her weakness because she wasn't able to be present for her daughter, and she wanted to please everybody. So I thought that whole distraction and using the cell phone as a kind of like, hey, nudge, nudge, this might be the distraction where you're not present with the people that are there with you.
And I love, there's somebody that posted a picture from an airline that they were on. They have the movies and stuff on the airlines, and the description that it gave for this movie was, woman gets distracted while trying to do her taxes. And that's the other thing. Did you notice when they did the title sequences? You're what, 20 minutes into the movie, and Wayman's voice asks Evelyn, "What are you thinking about?" And boom, everything, with the big dramatic music and everything, and this is part one. And you'll notice in that one, she is sitting there by herself. Wayman is not even on screen, it's his voice that's asking, what are you thinking about? Everything. Then in the second one, it's her sitting there and her grandfather is sitting there, or her father is sitting there next to her, and it's everywhere. And the third one, the all at once, the whole family is there in the scene and represented. So that I think that's an interesting progression that takes place there. So in the midst of crazy fight scenes and incredible science fiction and everything else, I think at the heart what we have is a real film about relationships and about basic philosophies of life. Do we buy into the nihilism or do we hold on to kindness? Thank you all very much.
One more question.